Hey, this is Tuhon Aditya from LightHaven. Today we're going to be working some double weapon entries as well as some follow-ups. These same entries will apply whether you're using double stick, single stick, double knife or single knife. Let's quickly talk about why we use these patterns when it comes to double weapons. Now, as I've often stated before, when I'm using double weapons, doing something like this is not actually using double weapons. This is just me using my right side, then me using my left side. But using double weapons in its most efficient fashion means that I'm using both my weapons together to do different functions, so that I don't have to worry, I don't have to work one side at a time. Both weapons can work together, complementing each other. So if one weapon is going to my opponent's weapon, the other can be smacking his hand. One weapon can be going to my opponent's weapon, the other can be smacking his hand. One weapon can be clearing my opponent's weapon and the other weapon can be smashing his head. This gives me the most bang for my buck and it's the most efficient way that I can use double weapons. Now let's talk about what the different movements and patterns that we're going to use are. The first is going to be striking together simultaneous at the same time. So I'm striking together, I'm striking together. This can be diagonal, it can be horizontal, reverse diagonal, whatever. It can be thrusting or slashing. For the sake of today's drill, we're going to be slashing together. The next pattern we're going to be using is our following motions. Now again, this can also be slashing or thrusting, but essentially it's when two attacks originate from the same side but not at the same time. So I can be doing an angle 2, angle 1, angle 2, angle 1, or an angle 4, angle 1, horizontal, diagonal, thrust and slash. Any motion where I have one weapon following the other weapon. The third pattern we're going to be using is our weaving or a Sinawali pattern. For the sake of this drill, we're going to be keeping it really simple and just using the Heaven 6 pattern. But you can complicate this as much as you want. You can have as many variations of it as you want, as long as it fulfills the purpose that we're using it for. The way we're using the Sinawali over here is as a means to finish. I'm trying to fire off a bunch of strikes in quick, rapid succession. Today we're going to be working a drill that's going to be combining 3 of these patterns. We're going to be going from making an entry all the way to finishing the fight. So let's break down all of the 3 different patterns we're going to be using. The first one is going to be a simultaneous hit. And you can do this in a couple of different ways. You can strike diagonal, you can strike horizontal, you could even thrust together, you could have a thrust, you could have 2 slashes like this. There are many ways you can hit simultaneously. We are going to be working from this loading position where I have one stick on my shoulder load and one stick on a medium load from what generally would be your Heaven 6 Sinawali position. We're going to be starting from here. One hand is going to be doing a diagonal fluid strike, angle 1. The other hand from here is also going to be doing a diagonal fluid strike, but this is going to be angle 2. So this is going to go angle 1, this is going to go angle 2, and both of the sticks are going to go together and end up on the opposite shoulder. Something I want to really try and do is not have them hit each other, have them as close to parallel as possible. I don't want to be hitting my own sticks, I want to be hitting my opponent's weapon. So from here, from this loading position, I'm going to go diagonal, striking together, come back onto my shoulder. The next movement we're going to be working on is a following motion. It's going to be a very simple one. This is going to be an angle 1 and angle 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. Both are going to be slashes. Both are going to be hitting. If you've been following us, you know I often talk about the clock face and using the clock face as a reference for striking. So either I'm going to hit 1 o'clock and 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock and 1 o'clock, or I'm going to hit 11 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock and 11 o'clock. From 2 different loading positions. Here I can go with both my sticks in this position, or I can have both my sticks in this position. For the sake of the drill, both my sticks are going to be in a position like this. However, if you do end up in a position like this, that's also okay. As long as you're going simultaneous hit together, fluid to the other side. This way or this way is really up to you. From here we're going to go angle 2 and angle 1. So one more time, simultaneous hitting, angle 2, angle 1, simultaneous hitting, angle 2, angle 1. You can do just this much as a drill on its own. That's 1, bang, bang, hit together, bang, bang, hit together, bang, bang, hit together, bang, bang. Now the last part of this is going to be, I'm going to end it all with a Sinavali. So I'm going to go simultaneous hit, go across, angle 2, angle 1 following motion, and a heaven 6 Sinavali motion. This should take me all the way to the other side. Now from here I can go simultaneous attack, angle 2, angle 1, heaven 6 Sinavali. This will take me to the other side. Simultaneous attack, angle 2, angle 1, Sinavali. Bang, 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 bang. Now let's add some footwork into this. You can very well do just ranging footwork or even open triangle the way I was doing it before, where I was going hitting together, following motion, Sinavali, and then changing sides, hitting together, following motions, and Sinavali. But the way that I really like to do this is by using diamond footwork. So I'm going to go a little bit further back. This is my home. This is where I'm going to try to return to every single time. And if I'm stepping to my left side, I'm going to be having my sticks loaded to my right. I'm going to hit like this. So as I'm stepping, I'm hitting. That's the first strike, the simultaneous or together strike. And now as I step forward into the diamond, that's my following strike. And then as I start my Sinavali, I'm going to step back, so that by the time I finish my Sinavali, I have also finished my diamond. On the other side, 1, step in, following motion, step back with your Sinavali. Other side, 1, following motion, step back, Sinavali. Other side, 1, following motions, Sinavali as I come back to the beginning of the diamond. Let's look at it from the side once. Again, I'm going to go opposite hand, opposite leg. That's 1, stepping in, following motion, stepping back with my heaven 6 Sinavali. Other side together, following motions, stepping back with the Sinavali. 1, following motion, step back, hit, following motions, Sinavali. Now what is it that I'm trying to do here? I'm imagining that my opponent is giving me an angle 1 from this side. So I am trying to step to the outside. As I do that, my top stick is going to try and go to my opponent's weapon, and my bottom stick is going to smack my opponent's hand. That's what I'm trying to do together. The reason why I'm doing this is if I try to stagger it, like if I was using a Sinavali for this, so I go 1, 2, 3, where this goes to his weapon, this goes to his hand, and this goes to his head. I could do that, but especially even if they're doing a broken or a fluid strike, by the time my second stick starts to move, their hand's already gone. So oftentimes a more efficient way of doing this is, as I'm hitting his stick, my bottom stick is attacking his hand. I'm doing this while trying to step to the outside, so that's my first movement, the simultaneous hit. From here, maybe he gives me a 1 and a 2, or maybe he gives me a 1 and a 1. So I always want, whenever I'm stepping to the outside, I always want something that's going across my opponent, because if he does give me a follow-up attack that's going to come from that side, this is going to pick that up, or it's going to intercept that. And after that, my other hand is going to follow up with a strike to the head. If he doesn't give me a follow-up strike, then one hand's going to hit his head, the other hand's going to hit his head. If he does, once again, then this hand intercepts whatever he's going to give from his backhand side, while this hand hits his head. Now from here, I can just be here at the top of the diamond and fire off that heaven 6 as a way to finish it. I've got past his weapons, I've stunned him with a shot to the head, and now I'm looking to finish. Again, it depends. Do I want to go high, low, high? Do I want to thrust? Do I want to slash? It's really up to you. However, it really does help us if we learn not just to make entries, but also to make exits. Especially exiting at an angle. It's not the best practice to enter at an angle and then just exit straight backwards, because it's very easy to be followed, for your opponent to follow you if you're just going in a straight line. Instead, it's better to exit at an angle, then he has to adjust to be able to follow you. So that's what we're doing over here. I'm stepping, hitting the stick, hitting the hand, stepping in with the following motion, stepping back, with the Sinawali motion. 1, 2, 3, Sinawali motion as I come back. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. Please do subscribe to the channel. If you have anything to add to the discussion, leave that in the comments down below. A huge thank you to all of our Patreons. Thank you so much for your support. If you'd like to know more about our Patreon page and the exclusive content that we offer there, check out the link in the description down below. Lastly, our online classes and our residential program is up and running. So to train with us from wherever you are in the world or to come here to Goa and train with us, check out the email address I'm going to leave in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.